Oh, hello, it is I, your boy, Gomi, and we're back. More coverage of UFC 287. And oh man, y'all know this one's gonna be a good one. This is gonna be probably fight of night, in my honest opinion. We're going to be looking at Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. Been a long time coming for this one, to be honest with you. It's going to be the pay-per-view main card, high up on the billing, high-ranked opponent. Adrian Yanez is stepping into the elite competition, former elite competition now. He's taking out a top 10 opponent. Rob Font, though, is trying to keep his place in the ranking. He's trying to keep his spot. He's fighting hard because Rob Font at one point was regarded as one of the best bantamweights we had. He took out at one point one of the most dangerous bantamweights, which is Marlon Moraes. But now there's a high chance he might be on a 3-fight skid if he loses to Adrian Yanez. And Rob Font's not a big name, so I don't know if the UFC will be kind to him. But regardless, let's break this fight down. Bantamweight bout between Rob Font and Adrian Yanez. Rob Font, 35 years of age. A lot older than I expected him to be, honest with you. Like, I forgot how old Font was. 19 wins, 6 losses, 8 knockouts, 4 submissions, 5'8" in terms of height, orthodox stance, a minor and reach advantage of 71.5, a 1.03 takedown average, 48.16% significant strike accuracy. He's a plus 155 underdog with significant wins over Cody Garbrandt, Marlon Moraes, Ricky Simon, and Sergio Pettis. And now then, standing across from him is up-and-coming fighter Adrian Yanez, who's been looking really good in his last couple fights. He's going to be 29 years of age, a young guy, 16 wins, 3 losses, 10 knockouts, 2 submissions, 5 of 7 in terms of height. He's going to be fighting out the orthodox stance, a 70-inch reach disadvantage, no takedowns whatsoever, doesn't even try them, a 40.61% significant strike accuracy, minus 180 favorite. He's going to have significant wins over Tony Kelly, Dave Grant, and then Randy Costa. Oh, God, what is with my spelling in this one? Now then, Rob Font. I don't see a lot of keys to victory with him other than X factors, like mental stuff. Because from what we've seen from Rob Font recently, it's age and battle just wearing on him. Them Boston Cartel guys, the Boston guys, they're tough. But they are the very, textbook example of people who are too tough for their own good. Both him and Cater, unfortunately. Guys I really like, I'm a big fan of. They've gotten pieced up so many times that it's becoming a point that it's wearing on them. It's a double-edged sword, that toughness. They're able to push through and put on good wars. But Rob Font has a very good jab. He's one of the best boxers in the UFC, honestly. Only spot who's highly regarded as one. In fact, you know what? Honestly, he is. It's just that bantamweight, you can't just be the best boxer. Look at Petr Yan. He has done so good with his boxing combinations. One absolute beautiful example of that was actually his fight against Marlon Moraes. Marlon Moraes was getting the better of him in the early grappling exchanges, but second he got up to the feet, he just launched the few shots he needed to take out Moraes. Granted, Moraes was getting towards the start of him being washed up at that point. It is still a good win at that time for Font, to be honest with you. He froze Moraes. He hurt him. He did a lot of damage, and his boxing combinations were just absolutely on point. He has an amazing crisp jab. He just jabbed the living hell out of Cody Garbrandt. Just absolutely jabbed him to oblivion. And again, Cody Garbrandt, not the best of examples, but he was still relatively elite at the time that Rob Font fought him. A lot of people going to this fight are saying the main thing for this is that this is a big step up for Adrian Yanez. He's never fought anybody elite. Well, be fair, Rob Font fought elite people at the tail ends of their career. The best fighters he fought at a good time was Jose Aldo, and even then, that was a very old Jose Aldo. But Jose Aldo never slowed down a bantamweight whatsoever. His fight against Merab, I don't think he should have called it, to be honest with you. And then Chito Vera. Other than that, he got an older Garbrandt, Alvis Prime, Moraes, Ricky Simon, Sergio Pettis. These guys are just not at the level they once were. Rob was catching them at the tail ends of their careers, basically. And he even shows all the tail of his career and still lost. Adrian Yanez, while he's not fought anybody elite, he's fought guys with very good boxing, somewhat similar to Rob Font. Particularly, Davey Grant is one that I thought was pretty good, because Davey Grant had a very crisp jab. Randy Costa was actually doing pretty well against Adrian Yanez with his boxing combinations as well too. The only one that I feel Adrian Yanez really blitzed down was Tony Kelly, to be honest with you. But that's the thing. Yanez pulled out of those. He had heart, he had determination, and honestly, his boxing combinations are so good. So good. I feel there are definitely ways Rob Font could win this, but it's really just going to be if Adrian Yanez can't step up to the plate. If this is too big a jump up for him, if he gets frozen, if he gets stuck up in the highlights, then that's when I feel Font could pull it out. He does have the skill and boxing technique, but the age and many battles he's had is worn on him, particularly that Cheeto fight. I don't like how Rob Font is coming off that Cheeto fight as his most recent loss, because he was busted up bad. He didn't even look like the same human being, honestly. And the thing is, too, he outlanded Cheeto so badly. He outlanded him very badly. I think he outlanded him like 2 or 3 to 1, but he still lost. Why did he still lose? Because damage. The damage he was taking to launch off those 4 or 5 hit combos were not doing even near the damage that Chito Vera was doing with his one punch, his kicks. They just hurt. They just hurt Font. They really did. Adrian Yanez, he has really good boxing combinations, but he also has very good power to him. We've seen this. We've seen that his power can be very good, and I really like his body shots. His body shots are very nice as well, too. I could see him take Font out. While I can't see Font beating Yanez the same way that I see Adrian beat him. If Font wins this, which he still has a chance, it'd be decision. I don't think he has a lot of power anymore. He's a decision fighter. That's the thing. He's got really crisp boxing combinations. His striking is very good, but he has pillow hands. He does not have a lot of power. We've seen this in all of his fights, because that's the thing. We lost these fights. We're not going to talk about them. But Garbrandt. No chin Garbrandt you took to a decision. Marias is even worse than Garbrandt in terms of being that fragile. A lot of people call him Cody no chin. Marias is even worse. We saw this at PFL. He just got decimated. But then he took Ricky Simon to a decision. Pettis to a decision. Sunsao beat him. That's bad. Almeida to a decision. Pedro Munoz beat Font. Oh my god. That's just the thing about it. Font does not have a ton of power. Even the fights that he is winning, other than Marlon Moraes, he's not winning them by just knocking them out like crazy. I don't see him knocking out Adrian Yanez, to be perfectly honest with you. Even Adrian Yanez doesn't show up, I feel it'd go to a decision. But the longer the fight goes, the more Adrian Yanez has a chance to open up with his combinations. Because that's the thing too, he's a slow starter. That could also play into it now. Think about, because Rob Font's a very... Ooh, bang the microphone. Rob Font is a very fast starter as well too. Again, saw this against Chito Vera. He starts very fast and he goes very hard right at the start. He can maybe overwhelm Adrian to steal rounds and maybe even wear him down so he slows down heavily in the 3rd round. But again, I don't see a finish. I do not see a finish on Font's end. While Adrian Yanez, though, I feel could finish him or even win a decision. But I'm going to lean towards a finish, because Adrian Yanez, he's been looking too crisp and he's been getting finishes left and right. It's only a Davey Grant fight where he took him to a decision. Otherwise, every fight he's had in the UFC has been a knockout. And the age plays a huge factor too. Way younger guy. There's just more steam momentum, Adrian Yanez, which is why I'm going to be leaning towards him. Official prediction is I'm going to say a round 2 knockout. While I do praise Font for his toughness and said, oh man, he's one of the toughest guys, that's a double-edged sword, I feel he took too much damage from the Cheeto fight. I feel he took way too much damage from the Cheeto fight, and he's just not going to be the same guy. But I feel he's still going to put on a showing, and I feel it's going to be fight of the night. I feel it's going to be a banger of a fight. Absolutely. It's either this fight, the Curtis Gastelum fight, or the Masvidal Burns fight. Those are the 3 fights, which is really good that I see 3 fights that could be fight of the night. Hell, even the main event, to be honest with you, there's a chance the main event could be a main event. Main event could be a fight of the night. I don't know, man. All I know is that I got Adrian Yanez. Be sure to like and subscribe for more UFC 287 coverage, and be sure to let me know what you think of the card. Let me know what you think of this fight, and let me know if you think Rob Font can get it done, or if the old guard is going to be taken out by the new guard. Bye-bye.